How you guys doing today? Welcome back. So I did a short about a week and a half ago showing this little guy off. I bought this beautiful specimen here. This is the Ruger 1022 integrally suppressed barrel. Now this thing's pretty neat. It's been out for a while. I've seen a few reviews done on them. And I bought the Breakdown 1022 specifically for that, and I've been sitting on this for over a year and a half. So the first time my paperwork got sent back due to clerical errors, so I had to go through the whole process all over again. So it ended up taking an additional 8 months on top of the first 10 months, so it wasn't very fun. But this is the original barrel that comes with the compensator on the end, which is pretty neat, which means this is threaded and you can put a regular suppressor on this if you don't want to wait for the integrally suppressed. I don't even know how to say that word. It's funny. But anyways, integrally. Yeah, there you go. Alex knows it. He's got me. All right, so today I brought this out just to kind of play with it. I'm gonna throw the regular barrel on there, just shoot some standard bulk ammunition, some junk that I've got here. I think most of it's just all Aguila stuff that I got really cheap online. We'll shoot a bunch of that up through this just to make sure everything functions and cycles fine. We'll throw the integrally. Okay, yeah, we'll throw the suppressed barrel on. That's what just suppressed barrel, and we'll see how quiet we can get this thing. I actually brought out the CCI, the subsonic ammunition, which is coming in at about 1,050 foot per second. And then I also brought out the suppressor ammunition, which is a 45 grain coming in at 970. So these ones should be a little bit quieter. They're a little bit slower. So, and then even with the standard ammunition out of a 22 long rifle, these things are not very loud. It's just fun to shoot. It's a plinker. I mean, I know pretty much everybody that I know has at least shot a 22 in their life. So, but let me get my eyes and ears on. We'll run a mag through this thing. I'll show you how this goes together too. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it's just got a spring system inside of here for the barrel. You just kind of put it in on a little bit of an angle, lock it in, spin it over, and it locks down. Then you tighten up your little barrel nut here until it stops clicking. You don't want to go too tight or you'll have a hard time getting that off. And then after that, for some reason this isn't wanting. There we go. All right, so we got that to release now. But yeah, and she's all ready to go. All right, so now this thing comes, the regular barrel comes with just the typical Ruger 1022 sights on it, nothing fancy, nothing special. And it does have the screws on top to mount a Picatinny rail and put a red dot or something on here, which I'm going to have to do because the suppressed barrel does not have sights on it. So I'm gonna have to mount something on here to be able to actually shoot that accurately. So I'm just gonna shoot a little shoot and see down there. I got 25 rounds of just standard 40 grain Plinken loads. We'll see how this thing cycles. Now it is a rim fire, so it may have a couple of hiccups. Hopefully not though. Shooting a little high. Definitely consistent. For not trying to hold a really good group on that, it's actually kind of tight. Definitely shooting a little bit high, I noticed, for the sights, but not bad. It cycled all of them without any hiccups, no malfunctions, and those are just cheap, dirty loads. So let's swap the barrel out on this and see how quiet this thing can get. All right, so now that we got our barrel switched out, first thing, I've got the 40 grain subsonic CCI loads on here. Let's see how these run. Let's see if they cycle. I'm concerned about the fact that they might not cycle. Due to the fact that being a little bit under pressure, it might not be enough to run that bolt back and forth, but we'll see how this thing runs. This barrel is made for these, so I'm hoping that it gives a little bit of gas blowback. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'll do a later video on teardown on this thing. So let's give this a run and see how it does, and then we'll switch to the 45 grain CCI loads. Now remember, I don't have sights, so don't judge me too bad.
Have you shot this before this video?
Actually, no, I've not shot this before this video. So these are the first rounds out of it. I ran that first mag through it. So now let's see if these things run. I'm not sure if they'll cycle, but I have no sights, so don't judge me too bad. Well, they're cycling nice and they're quiet. I don't know, you guys ain't gonna be able to hear that on the video, but my God, these are quiet. I'm gonna shoot the dirt and see if you can hear it thump. It's just the action. It's just, let's see what it does to one of them bottles of soda. It ran every one of those. No jams. Man, that is impressive. I wasn't sure that those were gonna work. Let me swap my mag out real quick. Now these are the 45 grain suppressor loads. These should be a little bit quieter. If not anything, they're just a little bit slower. So let's see how these things cycle. And we got a couple bottles of diabetes down there we're gonna have to take care of. I don't know if I can hit them with this thing. Let's try for that red one. Oh yeah, sprinkler. If you're looking down the barrel of this thing while you're running it, you can actually see the bullet flying through the air. It's going so slow. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but it's kind of neat. Making them pop. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. If you don't have one, you need to get one. That is a lot of fun. Like, I can take my ears out. This thing is so quiet with these loads in it. Now, let's run a mag of the standard bulk ammunition and see how quiet it is with just the standard 22 long rifles. So, we ran a mag of the standard ammunition off camera because I kind of wanted to show you guys I've got 3 standard, just 40 grain bulk ammunition 22 long rifles, and then I've got 3 of the subsonic, no, these are 3 of the suppressor loads, the 45 grain, and then I've got 3 of the subsonic loads, which are 40 grain. So let's see a noise comparison and what you guys think. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear on the camera, but man, even with this just a standard bulk ammunition, this thing is pretty quiet. It's got a little bit of a crack to it, but for the most part, like, you definitely don't need ears for this thing. So we're gonna run 3 standards, and then we'll run 3 suppressors, and then 3 subsonics. Ready? This definitely still has that 22 crack to it. It's not loud, but it's just got that crack. All right, now here we go with the 45 grain suppressor loads, or yeah, suppressor loads. I mean, the sand falling in the casing hitting the ground is louder than the gun going off. All right, now we've got 3 40 grain subsonic loads, moving at 1,070 foot per second, I think it is, or 1,050. That's still super quiet. Like, I almost can't even tell the difference between the 2 subsonic loads, whether it's the suppressor or the subsonic. So yeah, it's kind of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I'm definitely gonna be putting a lot more rounds through this thing and playing with this. I'm gonna go get the rail for it and get a sight and optics mounted on this thing. I don't think I'm gonna go with anything crazy. I think I'm gonna go with just a red dot or something that is just a 22, but I'd like to be able to have it as a little critter getter if I needed it. But it takes, I mean, being a Ruger, I mean, you got your 25 round BX mags. I mean, so much you can do with this thing. And don't get me wrong, like, I'll probably barely ever use this thing, but it will be nice to have the standard barrel for it too if I ever want to do anything fun with that. And I can check it out with a standard suppressor on it as well. I know there's a ton more ammunition that I can try out in this thing. There's so many other brands, but that kind of concluded what I was looking to see. I just wanted to see how quiet this thing was and how well it cycled with subsonic ammunition. And all in all, I think it did great. It's a lot of fun to shoot, and I'm definitely going to be putting some rounds through this thing and seeing how accurate it ends up being once I get an optics on it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and as always, we'll see you next time.